Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you're new on this channel, then welcome to the team. If you're returning back as usual, I'm very happy to have you back. So for today's episode, we are talking about relationship, especially in the dating world. So today I would like to give you a couple advice on do's and don'ts while dating. So here I come with my advice number one. My advice number one for you, if you are dating, is definitely to set up the boundaries of your relationship. I think it's very important already right in the beginning to really decide, what should be done in a relationship and what should not be done. I believe that boundaries help us to, like I said, define things that we'll do in a relationship, time of topic that we'll talk about. It also define also the rules of the game. Are we thinking about kissing while we are dating? Are we gonna have sex while we are dating? I think it's definitely very important to really define those ahead of time so that it helps to have that healthy relationship. It helps to have a relationship that based on mutual agreement because you put those boundaries together, you agree, you are there to the boundary together if you love each other. Because you may have your own boundaries and then as Mr. Right come, you may not necessarily agree. And that's why, once again, it's very important to put those boundaries ahead of time in the beginning. Why? Because let's say you come with your boundaries, you don't want to have sex while you're dating. And then Mr. Right say, well, I didn't plan for that. I'm out. Well, it's gonna hurt, especially if you like that person, but it's not gonna hurt as much as if you don't define those boundaries in the beginning and then you start the relationship 2 months, 3 months, 6 months in the relationship, and then you start feeling really in love with that person, you love that person, and then as they try to really go to the next step, when they try to really enter the room, and then you're like, nope, it's not happening, and then they're gonna be brokenhearted. You're gonna be maybe brokenhearted because they're like, you know what, I'm piecing out, and you're not gonna be happy. So I think definitely, or maybe you may have to compromise, which is something you don't want to do. Especially, like I said, I don't want to say especially like a Christian, but yes, especially as a Christian, if you really want to live into that Christian path, according to the Bible, which say you shall not have sex before marriage, definitely it's a good way to put those boundaries, like I say, ahead of time in the beginning. Because you don't want to compromise that promise that you give to the Lord maybe before you met that Mr. Right, just because he wants to. Especially, I don't know where you come from, but at least from my own experience, I know that before I met my husband, I really prayed to meet that man. I really prayed to meet Mr. Right. So once you really pray, before you meet your husband, or you pray to meet that significant other and they come, you know how many promises you've done to the Lord. So you really want to do as best as you can to really honor them. Now, mistake can happen. There can be time where maybe like you say the flesh is too weak or whatsoever. It can happen. But then when it happens, definitely make sure that you repent to the Lord. Make sure that you really, cry out to the Lord very hard and tell him how much you are sorry and that you will not do that again. And then once you say that, you really go back to your boundaries again. Maybe next time we should not meet or have a discussion in the bedroom. Maybe we should go out in the public area where there's a lot of people just to avoid temptation. Temptation is definitely out there. So, it does not feel great when you feel like you've sinned. Especially, like I say, when you have that relationship with the Lord, when you feel like you've sinned, whether it's because you lie or whether because, you had sex when when you promise to the Lord that you don't want to have sex, it really hurts. Like you start crying, you start sobbing because you feel soiled, and then you feel as if God has never failed you. He's always had your back, and you feel like you you feel like a failure, to be honest. So it's not a good feeling. So once again, it's very important to define those boundaries of what you're gonna do in a relationship, what you should not do, what kind of topic you talk about, areas where you will meet. It's also the right time to also discuss about values that you share together, discuss about what you guys have in like. I mean, it's a great time for that. So my tip number one, like I said, definitely one of the do's, set up those boundaries in the beginning of the relationship. My tip number two would be to date with intention. So while you are dating, really know the purpose of why you are dating. As a young Christian woman, I know myself, when I was dating, I was definitely dating for marriage. I know many people outside say you should not date for marriage, while some people say you should date for marriage. Like, I'm one of those people that say you should date for marriage. It's clear that Ashley, 15 years ago, might not think that way because I was too young to think about dating for marriage. But I'm pretty much sure that when I was dating during that time, I was dating in the hope that that man that I am with, our love grows stronger and stronger, and that we end up into marriage. So once again, marriage was always in the picture. It was not dating for fun or dating because I want to explore. No, the marriage was always in the picture. So definitely, if you date with intention. If you decide to date for fun, make sure that your partner is aware of it. If you decide to date because for training purpose, make sure your partner is aware of it. But I want to believe that if you come into my channel as a young Christian woman, that if you date, you really date because you wish to meet that Mr. Right. You really wish to meet your side. So you are dating for a purpose, the purpose of marriage, the purpose of multiplication, the purpose of soon go to the altar in front of the Lord and getting married. So once again, like I said, it's very important to date with a purpose. And I want to make sure that I rectify that by saying that when I say you have to date with a purpose, you have to understand that even though I say dating for marriage, you have to understand that you're not necessarily gonna get married the next day, tomorrow, or in 2 months, or in 3 months. No. But for me, having that goal, that focus in my head, knowing that I'm dating for marriage, and more importantly, for my significant other, for my partner to know that we are dating for marriage, it make the dating space much more serious, because we know that we are not here to waste anybody's time. We are here for a reason. As we learn about each other, we also keep our focus, which is what? For marriage, for the glory of the Lord. My third advice that I would like to give of do's and don'ts is definitely women out there. If you're not married yet, do not behave as a married woman. I mean, I know this may sound a little bit cliche or may sound, I don't want to say raw. I'm not saying that in a wrong way. But what I'm trying to say, I'm going to try to make it a little bit easier, is that if you are outside right now dating, don't act as if the man was your husband. Don't try to be the one that's so nice. You're gonna go in his house, clean all his clothes, clean his dishes, clean everything. When your mom tells you to go do something, you can't even do for your mom. You're always complaining because you're too tired. But when it's the man, you know how to clean the dishes. You know how to cook in his house. I'm not saying it's wrong to do. I know 1 time, 2 times is good to do. I mean, for me, the way I see it, you do it once, you show the man, I know how to do it. If you want a full package, then eventually meet me at the altar. It's just a way for me, I want to attract the man, so he knows that you know how to do. Or whether it's cooking, whether it's cleaning, he knows how to do. But don't feel like I said as if you have to do it, because some men take it for granted. As you start doing those things, whether it's giving them emotional support at 3 a.m., at 4 a.m., they can talk to you. When they feel lonely, they can talk to you. Then they don't see the need to really marry you. Worst again is if you even have sex while you are dating. I mean, when you have sex, there's many things that happen. Maybe that would be another topic. But when you have sex with somebody, first off, you are making memories. Whether it's good or bad, you are making memories. Now, spiritually, you become one. As you become one, think about it. All his demon you'll be taking. All your demon you'll be taking. If you kept yourself for marriage, so you didn't have anything, so maybe let's say you are kind of pure, you know how many women he's been with, you're gonna go and then hang out with that man, you're gonna go and have sex with that man, you know how many demons you are taking, you know how many STD you are taking. God knows. Like I said, that'll be another topic about dedicated just for the sexual part of why you should not have sex before your marriage, why you should not have sex while you're not fully committed. But for now, like I said, do not behave as a married woman when you are not married. And what this implies is just that you have to really you have to make yourself desire. You wanna attract that man to the point where you feel like, I refuse to let that woman go. Look what she can do. Look the potential that she has. I don't want her to give that to another man out. So I'm gonna make sure that I keep her until it's time for marriage. But many women out there right now, as the men come, oh, here come my husband. He has not married you. I mean, like I said, we've done it too. As a Christian woman myself, I want to believe that you are saying that prophetically. It's important to use that leap of faith and say, I declare this man is my husband, is good. I want to become a thing of every day. Oh, here come my husband, like I said. You start, I don't want to, what bugs me for me a lot is not just the sexual component or cleaning component, but it's much more the moral support, the emotional support. I've seen many areas where men are not very ready to commit. They're not ready to commit. However, they use the woman in many ways where, like I say, when they feel lonely, they will call you. When they're in trouble, they will call you, you come and help them. When they are looking for a job, when they are jobless, you are the one who do everything for them. When they need some reassurance about maybe an area, you give that all to them. And at the end of the day, they don't marry you. For me, I believe that all of these things are part of something called the marriage package. So if they want all of these, they have to bring you to the altar. They have to put a ring on it. Then yes, absolutely. At that moment, you become one. You help each other emotionally, financially, spiritually, physically. You help each other. So once again, I want to make sure my topic. I'm not saying it's wrong to help your partner. I'm not saying it's wrong to necessarily go clean his house, but I'm one of those people that say, do it once so you know that you know how to do it. You're buying clothes for him, do it once so you know that you have the capacity to do it, and that's it. Don't make it your everyday things to the point where now it becomes an expectation in your relationship. No, the man is the man. He is the head, right? So let him prove that he is the head. Let him continue to chase you. Make yourself desire, continue to attract him, and also vice versa. Push him, try to attract him so he can see that, you know what, you are worthy to be married. You are worthy to put the rings on. Don't give all those package. Don't give all the goodies that come, inside the marriage out of it. Otherwise, there's no point to marry you now. If he has already seen you, with no clothes, meaning if he has sex with you, if you cook for him every day, if when he needs any support, you are there for him, why should we marry you? There's no reason why. So once again, women out there, if you're not married yet, do not behave as a married woman. My tip number 4 is that while you are dating, definitely continue to make yourself nice and pimp yourself. Before you are dating, dress nice for yourself. Date yourself. Make yourself look good. While you are dating, continue to make yourself good. Many women out there, once they believe they met Mr. Right, they stop taking care of themselves. Okay, let's say in the beginning, the first 2-3 months, they will go there, they look nice. After that, they will go over there. They will not dress as nice as they usually do. Or they will only dress nice when they go to see the partner. But when they go, let's say, outside for shopping or outside to the grocery store, they don't look nice. Why? First of all, you understand that you make yourself nice, not for somebody, but for you. So continue to make yourself nice, continue to pimp yourself. Because God knows if this man really is going to marry you. So continue to make yourself attractive to other people too. I'm not saying that you should date, your partner and people out there. No, but continue to look nice because you never know. Which leads me to my last point, which is what? Do not make the man the center of your universe. Make sure that as you are dating your man, that It does not, I would say, hunt or take control of all your life. Like I say, it kind of goes side to side with what I say my tip number 4, which was continue to look nice, courteous. Many women, again, they make the man the center of the universe. Before the man, you used to pray. You cry God to give you a man that you will love. Now the man in your life, since in your life, you start skipping church. Since in your life, you're not grateful now. You are not grateful for even being alive. You wake up. There is no text message at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12. Oh, you become moody. Your whole world is falling apart. Anybody that tries to say, hey, they're in trouble because you become very irritated. Well, do not make the man the center of the universe. Only one person should be the center of the universe, and that is God. That is God. And I think that's a very good habit to have actually before marriage and actually while you are dating. Why? Because even when you get married, your husband should not be the center of the universe. You should have, things that you do outside of your husband. Because that's very important. Because if you want to use the man as the center of the universe, you'll be deceived. The Bible even tells us that if you put your trust in the man, you're gonna be deceived. Or if you put your trust in God, you will not be deceived. My last tip is while you are dating, do not make the man the center of the universe. Yes, you love him. He is the one that's chased by many women. But yes, when he calls you, wait. Let the phone ring a little bit. Make yourself desired. You really want to see him, but make yourself desired. When you say, "Can I see you?" I think I'm busy right now. Maybe can I see you into the? You're not necessarily busy, but make yourself desire. I think that's all of these that make a woman, because it's all of these she. And what I mean by she is kind of a French slang. What I mean by she is just, it's all of those demeanor that women carries. Whether sometimes she make herself wanted, she does her best to attract men. It's all of those things that really make a man want to say. It's all of those things that excite a man. Now it may not excite all men, but the men that's for you, the right men that's for you, yes, it will excite him. Okay, so this is the end of my spiel. I hope that you learned something from this message about some of the do's and don'ts while dating. So if you find yourself within those do's and don'ts, or if you learned something from that, make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Have a blessed day and have a happy month of December. Bye bye.